nation, one community. Good afternoon, everyone. It's Saturday, November 19th. You are watching Actual News, and we hope you have a great day here. This is the National Communication Network bringing you the top stories that are usual with no bias. For the details of our news, a man jailed after unexpectedly pleading guilty to the murder of American mathematician Scott Johnson has had his conviction quashed. Scott Philip White was handed a 12-year jail sentence in May, more than 3 decades after Mr. Johnson's body was found at the base of cliff at North Head near Manly in 1988. White surprised his lawyer by pleading guilty during the pre-trial hearing in January, but now maintained his innocence. The NSW Court of Criminal Appeal quashed White's conviction and stance. This will likely result in White facing an NSW Supreme Court trial for the murder of Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, that one of Sydney's longest-running mysteries, had been the subject of 3 coronial inquests and a $2 million reward for information that led to conviction. Supporters and relatives of Mr. Johnson had long argued his death was a gay hate crime. Outside court friend Peter Rolfe said he was disappointed by the latest court decision. Prior to White's arrest, one inquest found Mr. Johnson took his own life, another returned an open finding, while the third ruled his death was the result of a gay hate crime. Chief Justice Andrew Bell and Justice Richard Button and Natalie Adams also set aside the previous judge's dismissal of White's application to withdraw the plea of guilty. White lawyers had argued the Supreme Court judge originally denied his application to withdraw the plea and had applied the wrong legal test. They also said it came at the time when the Crown case had not been particularly and highlight his consistent prior denial of the offense. Justice Helen Wilson sentenced White in May, but also said there was not enough. At first, the murder guy hate crime beyond reasonable doubt. Johnson's brother Steve traveled to Sydney from the United States to attend the 2-day appeal hearing. Detective Chief Inspector Peter Yomas said Steve Johnson was very disappointed, to say the least, while Mr. Rolfe confirmed he was determined to be here for any future court appearance. He said he was hoping Steve wouldn't have to go through that, but it appears he has to. Mr. Rolfe said the case will return to court for mention on December 1. You have just heard the latest news around the globe. Again, this actual news. News with no bias, news with no exception, delivering nothing but the truth. This has been Asfy Putri bringing you the latest news around the globe. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.